Josh Barrett. Male body standards are out of control, and you know it's a serious topic. They got Hugh Jackman from the original X-Men with his t-shirt off to Hugh Jackman in Deadpool and Wolverine with his t-shirt off. And you know it's a serious topic.
For men, today's standards of muscularity are fucking obscene.
We used to aspire to be like Brad Pitt from Fight Club, and now because of this incessant drive...
Well, and some of it is about... I'm just gonna say it. Dwayne Johnson was injecting himself. So we shouldn't compare to him, let's be honest.
...of consumer capitalism, this incessant permeation of our brains subconsciously with social media algorithms.
Physique inflation is very real.
And it seems to be happening at an accelerating rate.
And fitness enthusiasts are concerned.
We are led like sheep into the slaughter to ever more muscular...
Well, the thing is like, I think you want to achieve like your ideal body. I think it would be a good goal to have. I think chasing the drugs and everything, the looks maxing nonsense, the bodybuilding, over bodybuilding nonsense, I think that's going too far. You should be comfortable with who you are. For me, I know I can lose some weight, but I would only ever improve my body and my lifespan for my wife. That's the only reason to do that. I could care less about everything else. It's only for my wife. Because guess what? If I end up getting ripped, maybe I'll do a flex on stream, but I'm never taking my shirt off. That's for my wife. I know you all begging for it. I know you all are begging for it, but that's for my wife. I mean, seriously. I mean, there are things that are just, you don't, it's just weird. It's just weird. So many people just make their entire ideology online. The alpha males, the bodybuilding people, their personas are all that one thing. That one thing. And it seems tragic if your life all revolves around one thing. It's sad. It's sad. Why can't you do multiple things? Like me, I can talk politics, and politics are garbage. I'll be honest about that. I can talk body cam footage. I can talk religion. I can talk film. I can talk video games. I have no problem talking about anything because guess what? I have fun watching it all. I have fun learning new things. Even if I know nothing about it, I could still talk nonsense because I'll try to find a way to relate it to myself or to other things I've experienced or witnessed. Sure, some people find issues with that, but that's just who I am. That's just who I am.
Lean physiques.
To the point where a great physique 10 years ago can be considered average or even bad by today's standards.
Mike Chang, Scott Herman, Jeff Nippard, their natural status used to be perceived as highly questionable. Today, people are calling them average.
I don't know the science-based guys. Why is it that you remain so mediocre, yet you know so much?
A shift we can see in Baywatch, Marvel movies, amongst modern superheroes, reality TV shows, and suspiciously muscular Netflix teenagers.
Can you rate to this one?
Time. Can't see him. Oh.
What is wrong with you? You think this is a dad bod? Have you seen what most dads actually look like in the real world?
Experts are worried.
Yeah, I think the beauty standards has changed for both guys and girls because they, again, as great as these things are, they have been a curse to everyone because so many people only get their knowledge from what they see in like a 30-second reel or a 30-second TikTok or a 30-second short. They get all their information from that instead of actually doing genuine research. Like for me, I'm honest about my weight. I know I'm not fit. But the funny thing is, if I had the Hugh Jackman body from the first, well, it's a Wolverine movie, from the first X-Men movie, I'd be happy. I'd be absolutely elated. I'd be saying I'm fit. But according to the body standards now, that's not considered fit. But according to the BMI index, it is fit. It is fit.
An issue that's trickling down from the bodybuilding world. An illusion, driving many to shortcuts.
Odd take, but I think guys being a little overweight like this is attractive. What?
Male body dysmorphia is on track to overtake female body dysmorphia within about 2 decades.
So why are experts worried? It's about to get a lot worse. And how did we end up in this position?
That's what a man looks like.
Fight Club was a pivotal film on the turn of the century. People wanted to look like this. Impressive, but also realistic.
Seriously? It's like you're photoshopped.
Back then, performance enhancers carried a heavy stigma.
Take steroids and eventually everyone will see you for what you really are. A fake, a fraud, an asterisk.
But in bodybuilding, they became essential. Each year, competitors pushed to get bigger and leaner, no matter the cost. From Steve Reeves to Jay Cutler, the look became more extreme. So everyday people turned to...
The thing is, it looks unnatural. It looks unnatural. That is a good shirt? Yeah, I wear a good shirt. I wear a good shirt. Like, who looks at this and think, well, other than that, this looks natural. This looks natural. This right here is unnatural, but this is literally the Punisher in Marvel Rivals. In Marvel Rivals. Of course it's unrealistic. Of course it's unrealistic. No one's gonna be able to get that swole naturally. Naturally. Or you have like a dedicated regiment and you do it for a living. Like there are those who can get like that for a living. Thing is, you don't have a life because your job is to look like this. So your diet is strict. Your exercise routine is incredibly strict. The amount of sick you can get is incredibly strict. Everything.
Hollywood physiques for inspiration. Hugh Jackman, Chris Evans, Henry Cavill. But the extreme standards of bodybuilding had already begun to trickle into the mainstream.
There comes a day where being average, being mediocre is just sickening to you.
Video blogs blew up, then Instagram, focusing the attention on the visual. Fitness wasn't just about health anymore, it was about aesthetics. And this marked the rise of the fitness influencer.
And I just want to share my experiences and advice of what's worked for me, what hasn't worked for me.
More and more influencers joined the scene, but it was ultimately the most impressive looking that rose to the top. Genetic outliers, with many suspected of taking shortcuts to get ahead.
Guys like Mike O'Hearn and Simeon Ped, those guys aren't natural, but yet they claim they are, and so they also stand out.
The demand for more impressive physiques was reflected in Hollywood, with the remaking of Baywatch and progression of Chris Hemsworth, Zac Efron, and Hugh Jackman. But people began calling actors out for secretive steroid use.
Reporter Greg here, reporting the news. The Rock's lying. Hello, wake up and smell the freaking coffee.
It's funny, like, I knew that years ago. Years. It was like decades ago. I remember getting in an argument with someone before because I was like, dude, he's like, no, it's all natural. It's all natural. It's all natural. It's like, dude, okay, sure, maybe. But it seems highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. And then guess what? He finally gets off the sauce and he ends up shrinking up like the family jewels out in an ice storm. Like that's just what happened to him. He was just like, he was big one day and the next time you see him, he's shriveled up. Like if anyone's seen that scene in The Mummy where Imhotep finds the guy who's he stole his eyes and then he sucks him dry. That's what happened to Dwayne Johnson. That's what happened to Dwayne Johnson. Like almost as quickly. Like in the Moana movie, he looks so fake. I mean, I haven't seen, like, it was just the trailer and everything that he's in, even the poster. He looks photoshopped. He doesn't look real anymore. Because most likely they had to green screen in his muscles. Most likely. I know his body proportions in the animation were unrealistic, but they tried to keep him looking as original as he did before, but it still looked fake. Oh my gosh.
This kindled the demand for humbleness, honesty, and transparency. So a new type of influencer emerged.
I am sick of fake influencers.
But some people started being a little too transparent.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to teach you some steroid maths.
Perhaps normalizing and glorifying steroid usage. It became less taboo, more accessible, which led to a sharp rise in young users.
That's why I went viral originally in short form, because nobody ever...
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is, I don't know what his real name is, but on Caleb Hammer, he was Toby. He was Toby. I never finished the episode. He was so annoying to hear. But yeah, it's Toby. It's Toby. I had no clue who he was. Absolutely no clue who he was. All I knew he was an influencer, and here he popped up here. Okay.
Because nobody ever thought about posting videos of them injecting steroids and then working out.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Some influencers began to use Photoshop and camera tricks to stand out.
These aren't the only people in the industry doing this. Check your newsfeed. If you follow a lot of fitness people, I guarantee you will find more that are doing this now that you're made mentally aware of it.
This became such a problem. The Instagram versus reality subreddit gained over 1 million followers, exposing many people for using filters and tricks.
Do I even need to draw the lines to show this is edited?
But what people watched trained the algorithm, so social media learned exactly how to keep you scrolling. Now, if you ask ChatGPT for the average male that goes to the gym regularly, you're presented with this.
There's nothing average about this body for a 35 to 40-year-old male.
Okay, I'm gonna look do that right now. I'm gonna do that right now. This is gonna be weird in my search history. What?
Stop it!
What does the average male look like at the Gym. I want to see this. I really want to see this. I will show it when it pops up because I don't pay for it, so it has to think. It actually has to think.
Who goes to the gym regularly.
They worked this out from the internet, where edited and optimized bodies aren't rare, they're the standard. Body dysmorphia is becoming a cultural aesthetic as opposed to a mental health issue. To many,
like it's becoming more and more egregious. It's just getting no picture. Seriously, no picture. Oh, okay, that looks a bit average. That looks a bit average. Yeah, I got this image. I got this image. This looks basic. This looks basic. I think this is fine. This is fine. That's not overly blown out of proportion. He's wearing a t-shirt, which you should. Like if I go to the gym and I'm overly sweating, I'm still gonna wear my t-shirt. Of course, I don't go to the gym. Let's be honest. Look at me. Look at me. I don't go to the gym. Not yet. Of course, I've been saying that for like 10 years now. They tried to normalize testosterone syringes. I don't know. I'm not in deep with the lore of like the bodybuilding community, the streaming sphere, the creating sphere of bodybuilding community. But yeah, they try to normalize a lot now. Like I know about the clavicures and like the alpha males, but there's so many rabbit holes in that area.
Natural doesn't even look normal anymore, as highlighted by the recent trend, showing long-time lifters revealing their physiques in natural light, only to face brutal criticism. This is what 8 years of training looks like, achievable in 1 year. This is 13 years of consistency, 13 years. You can easily achieve this in 2 to 3 years. We're talking about bodybuilders here.
I personally don't think it's surprising that so many younger people are taking a metric fuckload of anabolic steroids.
Yet, while some worry about physique inflation, others argue,
do now, go now. I'll do it eventually. I'll do it eventually.
We're glorifying obesity. To understand what's really happening.
Yeah, it's funny. You glorify obesity, yet at the same time, you tell the people who are fit they're not fit enough. It's like so weird. Body dysmorphia out like crazy. Not only do women deal with it, but guys deal with it too, because the ideal body type has consistently changed. The thing is, if you want to be happy in life, be happy with yourself and find somebody to be happy with. You don't want to find somebody who you think you look good with. You want to find somebody you can be happy with. I am incredibly happy with my wife. I don't care what she looks like. I don't care how gray and how wrinkly we both become. I said we both. I don't want to get, for saying that. I don't care. I love my wife. It's her I fell in love with. So over time, hopefully people will learn to love themselves first and foremost and not be chasing these viral clips, the likes on Instagram. Those don't matter. Your significant other telling you that they love you matters. You telling yourself that you're happy with you are to the mirror matters. Not all the likes or views you get or comments you get. Those don't matter. Those sadly don't. I mean, it's great to be complimented and be motivated to do more, but you have to keep in mind, it's just like those are strangers. What should matter is your significant other. What should matter is how you feel about yourself.
We need to look at the data. Is the average man actually getting fitter? The average American is 5'9", 200 pounds, with a 40.5-inch waist, putting body fat between 20 and 30%. Obesity is on the rise. The average American eats around 3,500 calories a day and takes just 4,800 steps. No wonder health span is falling. In fact, 1 in 4 people can't do a full squat, and 1 in 3 can't manage a single push-up, according to a UK fitness.
I can't do a push-up right now, but I can do a squat. I have no problem with squats. Well, I can't do that right now though either, because again, my foot's still healing. My foot's still healing.
But the average fitness enthusiast is likely more muscular, thanks to better information, equipment, and resources.
Food, equipment.
Since the fitness industry has made things easier. If we look to powerlifting data, the average bench is somewhere around 250 to 300 pounds, squat 350 to 400, and deadlift 425 to 475 pounds. But those are trained competitive athletes. It's like comparing your reading speed to someone in a book club. The average 5K time for men, around 29 minutes. And that's
like me comparing my reading speed to a second grader. I'd be able to beat them for sure, but not for long.
Amongst those, fit enough to sign up for a race. Here's what the average American man looked like in 2011. The truth is, the average person looks nothing like the physiques that we're constantly being shown online. It's becoming rarer for people to maintain a healthy weight. And it's this stark, widening contrast.
And because of that, people are afraid to post themselves online without a filter. People are afraid to show who they really are. Like there's one person I knew growing up who still has the same photo of himself from when he was like 17 years old. He's morbidly obese. Actually, I haven't heard from him in a while. The last time I saw him, he was at the movie theater. Still breathing heavily, still like not able to walk because, you know, once you get past a certain weight, you can't actually pick your body up. So you waddle. You have to waddle. And that's what he was doing. And I remember seeing him and I was just like, oh my gosh, this guy's actually still alive. But his picture's the exact same. The exact same. When he weighs like probably 400, 500 pounds, which is like 230 kilos. Weighs like 230 kilos. It's like insane. Above that. Like almost 300 kilograms. And pretty soon he's going to be on my 600-pound life. Still alive. Still alive. But he refuses to show his actual real picture in like public spaces. So places like Instagram, places like Facebook. It's his old photo before he went morbidly obese.
That experts are worried about.
How old are you?
16.
16? But are you natty or not, bro?
Natty.
Wow, I respect that honesty, bro.
Today, there's more teenagers doing steroids than ever before.
And guess what? They're not going to actually get to their real height because of it. And I guess that's going to kill off a generation of kids because they won't be able to actually put more into the world.
For people with that,
just like with the fat positivity, the bodybuilder influencers, they're gonna die out themselves, just like the fat influencers. They're gonna die out themselves without actually putting more proper people into the world. Without putting more people into the world, because if you're overweight, you can't really reproduce, and if you're nattied up, you can't reproduce.
Been training, jumping straight to enhancements.
There's nothing respectable about taking gear at 16 years old, period.
The rise of people using steroids while claiming they're natural, or just eat chicken, broccoli and rice, is fueling unrealistic expectations, leading many to give up on their fitness routines altogether. Reckless performance-enhancing drug use and poor mental health. Perhaps,
or just shoot yourself up with Ozempic. Ozempic is the new wave, or what's the next one that's coming out? Because I don't think I'd ever do that. I don't think I ever would. I just have to get an exercise routine in. I really would. I'd have to figure out exactly what I'm going to do before I could actually start exercising. But my wife has already planned out my exercise routine for me. So yeah, you'll see me as soon as I heal up. You'll see me improving. You'll see me improving.
Greater issue is not physique inflation, but deflation, where people think they need TRT or steroids to gain a bit of muscle and look good. Patience is a dying art on social media.
For all the years up to this point, what people focused on was nutrition, workout routines. There is such a disturbing trend right now where those search terms and even those interests have been replaced by TRT, SARMs, peptides, Ozempic.
A recent study found that the fitness advice given by the most followed fitness influencers is often either harmful or lacks credibility. Hardly a surprise when the most extreme stuff rises to the top. Fitness is becoming less about health and more about performance art, a hyper-reality crafted to maximize views. This is why people are suggesting that fitness influencers are a plague on getting fit. It's why what Martin Birkin coined f***arounditis is still such a problem. The tendency to avoid consistent effort and focus on unproductive activities, resulting in a lack of progress towards a goal. It's not one person's fault, but the deeper consequence of fitness social media. If you're not shredded, you have a dad bod. Bear in mind, many of these people are Hollywood superheroes, some of which have probably taken steroids. And this is literally Superman. However, a large reason these sort of posts go viral is because they're such wild takes. Regardless, there's a clear rising pressure for men. A study found 22% of men, aged 18 to 24, show signs of muscle-focused eating disorders. Even the godfather of American fitness grew concerned about the mental benefits of exercise being neglected, as if television was first invented.
Well, this is what I think. People have gotten so far away from the natural way they should be living that they have lost the ability to be happy anymore. Because you cannot separate the mind and the body. It's an impossibility. Exercise is not only to make you more beautiful, more glamorous, but the therapeutic value of exercise, how it relieves nervous tension, how it increases your pep, your energy, and your vitality. That's the wonders of exercise.
This is why for my own transformation, I limited the time I spent on social media, and it helped a ton. I didn't end up looking like Ashton Hall, perhaps because I didn't wake up at 3 AM, but I'm no longer built like ET, because I actually stuck to my routine.
You only fail to get stopped.
Gym inflation might be a thing on social media and in comment sections, but in reality, things seem to be heading the other way. Most of the people mocking top-tier physiques or real fitness progress are just online too much, caught up in an echo chamber, inflated by physique inflation. That's why curating your media diet is crucial. Follow people who actually benefit you, not negatively warp your perspective.
The term influence means to have an effect on the character or development of someone. Be mindful of who you follow and be careful of who you let influence you.
Be proud of your own progress, and remember that a vast industry profits off your insecurity. In other words, it's best to focus on your own habits, because it's hard to worry about other people's grass being greener when you're more focused on watering your own.
I like that. I like that. That was very insightful. Very insightful. That was Josh Brunt. Again, you have to find people who will be able to be a positive influence on your life. You can't follow those crazed people that aren't realistic. Sure, there are those who admit to being all roided up or whatever, but it's not natural, and not everyone has the paycheck to afford all that. Not everyone has the paycheck to afford all that. So it's problematic, absolutely problematic, but it's tragic how so many youngsters especially follow that as their guiding compass. What is it you said, Mr. Starmaster? Most of the problem with the world is because our lives is limited, but still want to experience everything. The thing is, I don't think it's entirely that. I think a lot of it is a lot of people, especially young people, see what other people are doing. Like, I remember seeing this growing up, where me and my brothers grew up in like a lower income family because my mother made the mistake of having 5 boys. That's 10. 5 boys. Of course, to her, we're not a mistake. To my father, we're not a mistake. We're all a blessing. But boys eat a lot. Boys are very active. Boys cause a lot of damage in the house. And I was very sick growing up. So it was very costly, very costly. But my mother sacrificed a lot in order to get us into a private school, which, I will be honest, did absolutely nothing for me because I was always sick. I don't know if my brothers benefited from it, but it was nothing for me. The thing is, like, my brothers were in this private school, and they saw what these rich kids in this private school, how they lived, what they were able to afford. My brothers wanted the hair cream. My brothers wanted the nice clothing. So they got jobs, they got allowances, they got jobs in order to afford some of this expensive stuff. So it was good for them in the long run because they got work experience, which a lot of these kids didn't. But at the same time, they were chasing what these other people were born into. And it's like, you can't live your life that way. You have to live your life about what you personally can achieve. You don't want to achieve what this other person has. Like, it always reminds me of that scene in Smallville where this one girl is so obsessed with Lana Lang that in one episode she realizes that she wants to take over her life. And then in another episode, when she returns, she realizes she just is in love with Lana Lang and wants to be with Lana Lang. But it's like, it's literally like that, where everyone wants to emulate what they have. They wanted to have that in their lives. It's like, because you see, it's like, why can't me and my family afford that? And it's tragic. It's tragic. And kids are easily manipulated that way. Luckily, I had to grow up more quickly, that I wasn't affected as much as other people. But I saw it firsthand and how it really got on people's minds. Just imagine the fact that you can see some of the richest and wealthiest people on earth spending money as if it's nothing. So many kids will try to do what those rich and wealthy people are doing to try and emulate it, even though they can't. Or without realizing the fact that that rich and wealthy influencer you're following actually really isn't rich and wealthy. They're taking out loans to make themselves, like, fake it till they make it. They literally did that. They faked it till they made it. Because so many kids believed the lie that they started copying and buying into whatever supplements that person was selling or whatever cryptocurrency was being sold. People need to find out who they are. They really do. People need to naturally be happy with themselves. They need to find out that, what can I do in my life to achieve the goal I want? I realized at a young age that all I want in my life is to be happy. Money doesn't buy happiness, it buys comfort. It would be nice to be comfortable, but what purchases my happiness is my wife. My wife is what brings me happiness every day of my life. I wake up happier knowing that I'm with her. I wake up, I'm like sad anytime I have to go to work and be away from her. I am happy when I'm coming home because I get to be with her once again. I know where my happiness comes from. At a young age, I knew that, but it's because of my upbringing as well. I was sick. I didn't know if I was going to make it past 20. So in my mind, I'm like, I want to be like my father. I want to be able to be an influence to my own kids at some point in time. I didn't think I was going to make it past 20. And then after my brain surgery, I started to get better. Everything started to improve. Sure, every now and then I have something come up, but for the most part, I know I'll be able to live a long life. But I didn't know that growing up. I had to grow up quickly because of everything I was dealing with. So many people are products of their environment. The thing is, when you're an adult, you still have to choose to be an adult. But so many people are affected at what they see online, what they see around them, and they want to emulate that. They want to become that. And now that people are promoting steroids, so many kids are going to be influenced to be like, well, it's normalized when it shouldn't be. It absolutely shouldn't be.
You guys got a video? So bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Wait like that.